Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your market watch analysis for a Saturday morning, January 23rd. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day with a good cup of Java. As always, don't forget, if you do enjoy these videos, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. All right, guys, started the morning with, sometimes I get these emails from TED Talk, and listening to this one gentleman, and he had a great analysis of stats. And when he researches stats, he calls it the rear view mirror analysis. And I thought that was pretty fascinating this morning, considering, ATS stats, that's what I do. And looking at the previous numbers from a rear view mirror. And it just, leads me right into the segue of looking at the market analysis of what we're, this daily grind we do of sports betting every day, right? You ever get in these moods where it's like, okay, you start questioning everything? Why are you doing this? What is this purpose for? It's just, you're always inquisitive, right? You're always like trying to figure out. And the thing in sports betting, it's like putting a puzzle together. You're just trying to find the right corners so you can build a good foundation of finding winners, right? And, you got to ask yourself this question every day. Why do you gamble? Are you an action junkie? You trying to make money? It's a great question, and it's just, put it this way: if you're losing at sports betting all the time, why do you keep doing it? I probably sound like your wife or husband right now, but but these are questions that you got to ask yourself these questions, right? If you're not having fun and you're not really winning, and you're just trying to, but there's one thing you always remember is that when you do this, you enjoy the action, right? And I think a lot of us enjoy the problem solving of sports betting. And talking to a client the other day, he says, I can't watch sports without having something on it. And I think that's of a lot of people's mindset these days, especially the younger generation, because of the fantasy sports. Now there's so much, right? I remember going to a conference and I talked about sports betting and fantasy sports. Fantasy sports is like Red Bull, and sports betting is like Coca-Cola or Pepsi, whatever you're, don't want to start a Coke and Pepsi war here on the Raymond Report, but you know what I'm trying to get at. There's in fantasy sports, the analysis, you're analyzing players, and it's tenfold. In sports betting, it's one team, right? One heartbeat, one team. I feel like a coach here again. But anyways, I feel like I'm getting on a Ron Raymond rant here. Let's take a look at the NBA charts here for today. And you know what? I like getting on these little rants sometimes because it's just perspective, right? Sometimes, and you get older in life, you just try to put things in perspective. All right, let's take the NBA charts. And the first thing that caught my eye this morning when looking at the NBA is, look at this, the run that the overs are having right now. If you look at the season, I always like to look at a season, from a far view from the season and see how, I say it all the time in these videos, right? Everything runs in cycles and performance cycles. What I preach, percentage play, value, and performance cycles. Look at the performance cycles of the overs and unders here on the season. Started off the season with 2 ties, and then we giving back each day here, so 1 and 1s, and then all of a sudden you saw the unders take a little bit of a run right here, then giving back and forth right here. And then 2 days of overs, and then you had a 4-day run of unders, and then give and take right here. And then look at this now, we're on a 5-day run of over under. So looking at the 7-day average of the totals, 66.6% of the overs have come in the last 5 days. I said, 5 days. So only one under this week had a winning day, and it was only a 60% day of 2 and 3, right? So it wasn't earth shattering, but the 3-day average, 73.3% of the favorites, 7 and 4, right? 10 and 4 the last 2 days to the over in the NBA. And with this shortened season and the way the schedules look, one thing that I look at every day is the injuries, and you can start to hear from players. They're getting tired. The bodies are breaking down. They need rest. Injuries, little nagging injuries, pulled growing. Tweak this and tweak that, and so this is why I think you're seeing more overs come in since about January 13th. because guys are tired and the bodies are breaking down a bit. And, and this is where the bench comes in very important. Teams that have a deep bench in the NBA, I think, are going to have a better time, covering the spread. And until that happens, they'll keep an eye out on the overs right now. All right, so looking at the 7-day out on the straight up factor for any NBA. Let me see here. On the year, 59.7% of favorites are winning, 40% are winning. That's straight up, so that's normal. 60-40 ratio of favorites to underdog is pretty normal in the straight up factor. Now, look at the ATS column. Let's take a look at the daily charts on the ATS. So 6-5, 1-2, 6-3. So pretty much give and take right here, eh? But if you look at it from this point of view, yeah, pretty balanced. Very, very balanced. In fact, on the 3-day average, 51.7, the 7-day average, 57.3, 42. So a bit of an edge to the favorites against the point spread. But if you look at the 1 month average, the 30-day average right here, you can see 47.4 to 52. And then if you look at my chart here, anything between 42 to 57 is neutral. So we're bullish on the over. And obviously the straight up factor, we're doing a good job here on the favorites winning straight up. Let's take a look at the NHL. Now that since January 13, we've got more games in the system. Now from a straight up point of view, again, NHL, MLB, straight up money lines, where the other sports are spread sports. 69.5% straight up. That's almost 70 to 30% ratio of favorites winning. Look at this. Actually, I said this the other day. The favorites in the NHL right now are just, they're killing it. 6-2 last night, 5. And if you're a dog player in the NHL, man, it's really tough trying to find those favorites. You're almost better anytime we're in a season like this. You're better off, depending on the balance of your action, like straight up or over under. Let's take a look at the over under. The over under, see the last 7 days, neutral market. So if you're betting totals, at least you got a better chance. And this is where you want to go, right? You want to bet into a market that's fair. And this is why I say all the time, and people might agree or disagree. If you're betting in a market like this here, where the favorites are winning 70% of the time, it changes your mindset of handicapping, right? You do want you see a number, you see a price. Like, I'll give you a great example. I absolutely loved the San Jose Sharks last night at plus 145, and I liked Anaheim, 185. Two great underdog prices, and this is where sometimes you get caught handicapping the price than the actual reality of the game, right? Minnesota, I still, to me, Minnesota's like a soccer team on ice, playing these 2-3-1 games. But we lost in overtime with Anaheim, so beggars can't be choosers. Eventually, what goes up must come down. So I think underdogs will eventually come down, because 70-30 ratio of hockey, it can't continue. It's got to come down back to about 60%, 65% in that area. So keep an eye out on underdogs. But again, look at how do you go against a 70-30 ratio right now, right? And if you're playing the puck line, 56% the puck line for the dogs. So maybe the puck line is where, if you're doing a 2-team parlay, puck lines are really good. In fact, I used to keep an eye on this here. There's going to be a perfect day where the underdogs are going to come in like 9-0. And maybe a day like, high volume days where you want to try that out. So there you have it, guys. Keep an eye out on this. This last night, 4-4 to the over-unders, 3-3. So you can see 5-5. Very balanced when it comes to over-unders. Anyways, wanted to get out there today, this market watch. Just share with you the numbers that I have. And, just a little wisdom on a Saturday morning with that cup of Java there, just to make you think twice on, when you're handicapping. And, strengthen numbers, right? Rear view mirror. Hey, rear view mirror analysis. That was pretty good tip of the day. All right, guys, have yourself a great rest of your Saturday. As always, shop for value. Play those percentages. We'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report.